Hey, puppy people, Cindy here. I wanted to, let me make sure this is going. Hey, puppy people, Cindy here. I wanted to, let me make sure this there we go. I wanted to take a few minutes and come on live, and I hope all the tech is working. I think so. Yay, technology. Anyway, I wanted to take a few minutes. I just finished up with my first training module as a Kong ambassador, which I am so excited to be doing, and meeting lots of wonderful people, getting some tips, some ideas. It's always good to share information for sure. And so what I thought I would do after my trainings is just pop on here and share with you what I learned. And, it was interesting, the history of the company. As most of you know, how Kong got started was when the owner and the inventor, his dog was bugging him because the dog was bored and he was working on his car. And I'd heard this story so many times that he took a car apart and threw it for the dog to play with, and it was a rubber car part. And I was like, I don't know anything about cars and parts and all that. And I'm like, okay, well, that sounds interesting, but I have no idea how that would even work. So anyway, they actually showed the car part, and it's from a Volkswagen. It's Volkswagen suspension or something. But yeah, it's very similar rubber and very similar shape, etc. So very interesting to know the origins of it. But one thing I wanted to share with you today, that one of the big takeaways is something that I've just personally never used a Kong for, but it's very appropriate, and that's to help your dog lose weight. I don't know why I've never had that issue. I have a problem losing weight, but my dogs have always been fine. I'm more careful about their food intake than I am about mine, apparently. So if your dog has a few pounds to lose, as your dog is getting older, they're more sedentary, they're more likely to gain a couple pounds, as we all are, for sure. So I know everybody's using the slow feeders, and the slow feeder bowls are great, and they have their purpose and they slow the dog down, but they're going to slow the dog down a fraction of what the Kong will slow them down. And you guys all know how to use the Kong. You put the I have one right here. I always have a Kong handy. This isn't the regular Kong. This is another one of their designs, but you put there's dog hair all over it. You put the food in there, and instead of feeding them in a bowl, you just put their food in there. And yeah, you can wet it a little bit, smush a little banana, smush a little canned food on top, just so the food doesn't come spilling out, and freeze it. So by putting the food in the toy, eating out of a bowl literally takes them 10 seconds. Eating out of this is maybe going to take them 5 or 10 minutes. And if you freeze the whole thing altogether, that may take them 20, 30 minutes. So the whole idea is to slow them down as much as we possibly can, so that they're not eating as much. So you can take that meal and make it last. And then also they're having to, let me turn this off. It's very distracting. There we go. So they're having to work longer, keeping them busy, and it's exercise. Of course, it's mental, but it's also that physical exercise. So they're kind of burning calories while they're eating. So that's a good thing. And then once they finish their meal, then you can throw it for them, or they'll play with it all on their own. Wait an appropriate amount of time before you play with them with it, obviously, after they've eaten, but then to burn off some more calories. So using it as a weight management tool. Okay, keep that in mind, especially as the dogs get older. They're a little bit more sedentary. As we get older, we get a little bit more sedentary. So maybe we're not taking them for walks as frequently as we should be. So weight management, and then having several of them. I talk about this all the time, but at least have 3. So you have one that's in play with the dog is using, one that's in the freezer or in the fridge waiting. So you have them ready. It's like making bottles for the baby. Don't wait till the baby's screaming and starving and then take the time to make the bottle. No. Have it ready so you can just grab it out of the freezer and give to them. Or if something happens, who knows what the situation may be. So you can just grab it out of the freezer or the fridge and give it to them. And then have another one that's in being cleaned. As the Boy Scouts say, be prepared, right? So have one in the dishwasher, have one, soaking in some soapy water, whatever your preferred way of cleaning them is. So you have one that's in play, one that's in the freezer, ready to go, and then one that's being cleaned. And me, I have like 2 or 3 in the freezer at all times. So if you have multiple dogs, you just multiply that, I guess, but yeah, that's your Kong tip for the day. If you need a dog to lose a couple pounds, feed them only in the Kong. And I know that's such a paradigm shift. It's such a mind blower to not even feed them in the food bowls. We've been so conditioned, dog food bowl, dog food bowl, dog food bowl. But you don't even really need it. Especially if you have a dog that you need to make work for their food. So weight management, put it in a Kong, make them work for it, burn off those calories as much as you can, and keeps them at the ready. So as always, keep me posted. Oh, Blanksy's coming. I had food out, so he's like, oh, food, hello. So keep me posted. Let me know if you have any questions. And then next time I have some training, I will be sharing more good stuff with you. I'm a good note taker, so I'll be sharing all of this information with you. And I don't know why the cat makes me laugh. We'll keep you posted. So anyway, and I also wanted to mention this Saturday, no adult classes this Saturday, group classes, just puppies this Saturday. I'm going to be doing the star puppy testing on Saturday. Sunday, however, we do have our urban canine class is going to be at Whole Foods in Brea. Meet us down by the fountain, and then the next round of Saturday adult classes will be starting January 15th. We'll be doing an agility class at 11 on the 5th. Yeah, the 15th. And then the next urban will be starting on the 16th of January, 2022, just to give you a heads up about scheduling so you can, plan your lives. Because the first week, I guess the 7th, 8th, and 9th, I'm actually going to be in Denver at Kong. I know I'm going to freeze. Look, I am like wearing, literally, I have 2 sweaters on. And then I have a shirt on underneath this. I know, I'm really pathetic. So January in Denver, I'm going to freeze my little booty off, but I'm really excited to be going to Kong and being part of their classroom series. And of course, sharing all of that information with you as well. So anyway, stay tuned for more, I guess. And if I don't see you this weekend, I'll be seeing you around because I'm planning on having some different events going on as well. So anyway, have a good rest of your Friday. Happy Friday. And I will see you next time. Take care now. Go play with your dog. Go feed your dog. Go feed your cat. Bye now.